You already know you're the bottleneck, right? Everybody's told you that. And you've even said that about yourself. And you probably try to fix it. Okay. You've hired someone, you've delegated more, and you've even let go of control. It just still didn't work. And so here's what's nobody told you, because the reason that you've gotten here is completely different from what you've been told. It's not a leadership problem. And again, it's not a control problem. But what it is, it's an architectural problem. Because if we really take it back when your business was first built, it was built to require you. And until you see it that way, nothing you try is going to fix it. My name is Ashley Benz. I'm a business operations and automation strategist, and I have been inside of service-based businesses for the last 20 years. That's including my own. I've been in the online space and also brick and mortar businesses. And I've seen this pattern like not once, not twice, but across almost every client that comes to me. And most of the advice out there is treating the symptom. Nobody's going back far enough to actually look and see how the business was built in the first place. And so that's exactly what we're going to do today in this video. I'm going to show you 3 ways that service-based businesses are built with the owner at the center and what it looks like to rebuild it so that you are not the load-bearing wall. All right, let's hop in. Okay, so I want to show you something really quick on my whiteboard. And when we are talking about an owner-operator role, this is what it looks like. So owner-operator is over here. Okay. And I'm going to draw a quick circle. And I'm going to actually put you in the center here. Okay. And I'm going to put a lot of arrows. So what happens is that every decision, right? Every client, any type of problems, all those things go directly to you. You are at the hub of everything, okay? But if we take a look at what a CEO workflow is going to look like, okay, it's going to look completely different. And so I'm going to draw some this here. And what we have is we actually have systems at the hub, okay? And so you actually are going to sit down here at the very bottom, and instead of things coming to you, they are going to go directly to or through an actual system. Okay. So you are the very last person that gets pulled in. Okay. So I don't want this to be theoretical for you. And so I want to just kind of give you a really quick story that's just kind of popping in my head from a client that I work with. So I had a client to come to me and they were really frustrated with their team. And the first thing out of their mouth was, I think I need to hire more people. So they spent all their energy on, recruiting, interviewing, all the things, and just completely starting over. And when we actually dug in together, like the people were actually good. I mean, like really, really good. And so what was missing was not a better hire, but it was the systems to support the people that were already showing up every single day. And so nobody actually told them how to make decisions. Nobody actually documented what good actually looks like. So they really didn't have anything to go off of, but they were showing up and they were just as passionate as the owner was. Okay. They was there. And I've seen this happen so many times. And it's one of those things that just kind of like, I don't know, when I see it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, do you not see that you have such a good team, right? But it's just the systems. And if we can give them the systems, then this is going to really fix everything. And so without the systems, so the team is only going to do the only logical thing that they know to do. And that is just to go to the one person that has the answers, which is you. And then just like that, here we are again. Now you are the hub again. And I'm going to go back to saying again that this is not a staffing problem, but it's an architectural problem. And so once my client could actually see it that way, the whole conversation changed because now we were actually fixing the right thing. And this is like where I completely light up when I see this for a client. Okay, so here is where I want you to start. And this is not complicated at all. I don't want you to leave away from this video feeling like overwhelmed, okay? So what you're gonna do is I want you to choose one question that get asked all the time. Okay, this is the one that lands in your DMs, lands in your inbox. You've answered it so many times, you could do it in your sleep. That one question is your very first system. I want you to take that question and I want you to document the answer. And I want you to turn it into a resource that your team can use without coming to you. So when they come to you with that question, you are going to redirect them, okay, to that document or the resource, whatever that you came up with. So that's it. One question, one document this week. And although this seems very simple, it's not a small thing at all. This is the first brick of your business that can run without you standing in the middle. And again, this is where I get really excited because at this point, then you're going to shift the architecture, right? Because when the architecture shifts, your team can now move without you. Your clients trust the process, not just your name, and you can finally sit by the middle without everything falling apart. And this is not a dream. This is a design decision that you get to make. Okay, so remember when I said I had something for you? Well, here it is. This is my CEO Workflow Leak Finder. It's a free quiz. It's going to take you about 2 minutes to complete. And what it does, it looks at your business and tells you exactly which area is causing the leak right now. And then this is just going to help you to know where to focus first. This actually is something that I created. I designed it to where it thinks like me. So this is almost the closest to having me actually come and look into your business, okay, and look at your workflows. Okay, so that link is going to be in the description, so be sure that you grab that. Now, the second thing I want you to also do, and second thing I have for you is my CEO Weekly Newsletter. It's over on Substack. It's totally free. And what I do there is I take these videos and then over on the Substack newsletter, which is called the CEO Workflow, I dive a little bit deeper. So, okay, if you want to go deeper than this video, you want to take it a step further, then that newsletter is going to be the place that you want to go and subscribe to. All right, link is in the description. Go grab it. And if you're watching and thinking, I already know this is me, I just don't know where to start, that's exactly what I built this channel for. So be sure that you subscribe because the next video is going to pick up exactly where we left off here today. And one last thing, and then we're going to hop off of here, okay? Yes, I am going to load you up with so much goodies for you to go back and actually get some things executed in your business. And if you want to go even deeper, I did a whole video on exactly how to find where your business leak is hiding in your business. And I'm going to put that right here. So go ahead and watch that next. It's really going to help you pick up where we left off here. And it also is going to tie really well into the CEO Workflow Finder. So that will kind of all bring that together for you. Okay, so you've got this. And the fact that you're even asking these questions tells me that you're already thinking like a CEO. Now let's go build like one. I'll see you in the next one.